Alright, so here's one of the trucks I was looking at. It's a USAA. As you can see, it's definitely sustained a hit right there. Looks like a farm truck. A little bit of a starter squeal there, so we know the starter's got a problem. Let's turn off this music. Well, the steering wheel just spins very loose. Okay, when you turn the wheel, the steering doesn't move at all. Sounds like we got some mufflers on here. The tires are shot. It's got scavenger pipes. Something's going on though, because you turn the steering wheel and neither one of the wheels move. Oh. Definitely see a little bit of frame damage. Yeah, that's a shame. The steering gear is obviously broken on this one. Plus, with the little bit of frame damage and the headliner falling apart here and the 200,000 miles, plus we got a spider webbed windshield. This isn't going to be worth messing with, I'm afraid. Next on our list is a Malibu, which should be somewhere over here as well. It's cold. There it is. We found it. Now, first glance, doesn't look like there's really anything wrong with it, but you can see the gap here is close, the gap here is far, the hood is not lined up here. Tires are pretty much bald. Still, not a bad looking car. Got some hail damage. This is why you want to come look in person. There's a lot of things you just might not find. Whew, another dirty one. It seems to be very common with these Copart cars, man. Just filthy. Don't get me wrong, this is completely cleanable, you know. This isn't so bad. Got OnStar, which I'm a big fan of. Pretty clean. When I say clean, I don't mean in the sense that it's actually clean. I mean, it would make a decent car. I tend to see what the potential is. I don't see anything major under here anywhere. Well, it's going to be difficult to get you guys under here. I'm going to try. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Not unless we go sideways. Everything underneath looks to be decent. Let's see if we can find the key. Fire this baby up. key does not want to work. Interesting. Well, this is interesting. Here's the key for the '09 Malibu, but we just unlocked it with a key to another Chevy. This key unlocked the door. It doesn't even go to this car. This is the key to this car. We got a service tire pressure, which is probably from the flat tire back there. We have a check engine light. Put it into gear. All right. We have a service airbag light. Let's pop the hood. God, what is this? I hope none of this is blood. Jesus, it doesn't say biohazard. Ecotech. Doesn't look too bad under here. This one may be something to think about. Aside from how filthy it is, it runs really well. Needs a lot of cleaning, but that's nothing new here. I tend to smell the cap, check the oil. Oil looks pretty decent, not bad. Cannot check the transmission because these are sealed. The coolant level looks to be good. I tend to squeeze the hose, see if we get movement in the coolant tank, also to check for pressure on the cooling system. This one is one to think about. I think this will be an okay car. Let's move on. We got another truck to look at, I believe. Jeez. Yeah. I mean, you don't walk away from that. You just don't. There's so many rows of cars. Oh, that would have been a great truck for what we're using it for. I believe this is the 04. Unfortunately, this is a V6, but it's only got 70,000 miles. No, this is a V8. This must not be the one I thought it was. Is this the 5.3 or the 4.8? This is an 05 with a 5.3. Check the coolant tank. We got coolant. Check the oil and trans. I also like to pull this cap always and look and see if it's clean or filthy. That's really clean. Looks good. Only 113,000 miles. Oil, a little dark, but transmission doesn't look too bad. I'd say it's definitely time for a service, but all right, now it's worth taking a look under the front for any visible damage. Overall, it looks good. Got really good tires. Tires look like somebody just put them on. Oh, I wonder if this is like a repo. No, this is the rear end damage. So obviously we have frame damage. It's probably hard to see, but the bumper is bent down ever so slightly, maybe an inch and a half. So we got frame damage back here. Yes, frame damage right there. You can see the bend in the frame. And we've got a buckle in the frame on this side too. Yeah. Now, I'm not overly concerned with rear end frame damage. That doesn't bother me so much as front frame damage, and that's in an area where it shouldn't really hurt anything too much. Oh God, did this belong to a kid? Look how dangerous this is. Let's run the speaker wire, the wire that runs from the battery to the amp, right through a place that pinches regularly, where it grounds out and will catch fire. Painted the vents blue. Good God. And the battery's dead. Look at, no. We're not touching this one. Forget about it. Moving on. Alright, so this is the 08 Hyundai Elantra, very light hit in the front. Had to do a voiceover on this one because for some reason the audio did not come out. This is a pretty clean car with a very light hit. It's got the sunroof right here, and walk around the back, you can see it's really clean on the outside, aside from that little minor hit. Tires look good. The body is just in very good condition. And these little Hyundais, these are great flip cars, great fuel economy. You see we got a bend in the hood here. Get the hood up. Engine bay, dusty, but looks good. So from what I can tell, the crash bar is probably okay here. This was a higher hit, more in the grill area. So this may be something as simple as just replacing the bumper, replacing the grill. We've got some tweaking to the core support, which you can see is plastic, and better than just being plastic, it bolts on. You can see it's definitely tweaked. The metal underneath, everything looks fine. There's where it bolts onto, so I really think it's just a matter of unbolting and replacing that core support. Obviously the hood, the bumper, the grill, maybe the hood hinges as well. Let's take a look on the inside. Pretty clean in comparison to a lot of the cars we've seen here. This one is actually pretty nice. It could use a light cleaning, but I mean, you guys have seen some of the stuff we've done here. This is nothing. Low miles, 113,000. Let's jump in here, stick the key in, fire it up. And she started right up. We'll put her into gear, make sure we can go forwards and backwards and all of that good stuff. 113,000 miles. We've got no check engine light, no airbag light, no warning lights of any kind. Air conditioning worked. It goes in reverse just fine. Goes into drive just fine. This is a decent little car. This is one to definitely keep my eye on. This is a great little car. These things are just so fuel efficient and people love them. All right, let's get out of here and go check out IAA. All right, we're at IAA. It's my first time here. I'm looking at this truck and a couple others. This one is $1,800. Someone's going to be coming shortly, so I probably won't be recording for long. Decent tires in the front. Dex 7 or something. Matching tires in the back that are decent. This is $1,800, and I've already got the Carfax on it. And the Carfax actually looks pretty decent. It recently had the rack and pinion replaced, the steering gear replaced. It's had a lot of work. Only 135,000 miles. Obviously the interior shows quite a bit of wear on the driver's seat here. And the seat's broken, so it's probably a much bigger person. Hand crank windows. Not a huge deal. This is a quad cab. Not a fan of the hand crank windows, but if I hear or see somebody, I'm going to get off here. This is a two-wheel drive. This is an 05. It's got some dings and dents and things of that nature, but nothing too That's interesting. There seemed to be pressure on the cooling system when I opened it. That's usually a sign of a head gasket, especially considering the engine is cold. I don't hear any fluid in the radiator hose when I squeeze it. The oil is milky. This is a blown head gasket for sure. Without a doubt, blown head gasket. So that sucks. That's probably going to be it for this one then. Not really worth looking into. That chocolate milk oil and the pressure, the hissing that you heard when I opened this cap, hopefully you heard it go psst. Yeah, that's not good. Here's another one I'm looking at. This one's V6, torn up pretty bad. 70,000 miles though. But as you can see, the passenger side is just, I mean, the whole thing. Bed, door, front fender. But with only 70,000 miles on the truck itself, it's workable. Mismatched tires. Hand crank windows again. Good God. This one has the key in it. Got the tow haul button. Check engine light. But again, only 70,000 miles. I don't know where the buttons are to like say okay and stuff. There we go, odometer, 71,000 miles. You know, it's a beater, but it'll tow. You know, it's $2,500. The V6 is capable of hauling. It runs good, and that side is fixable. Replace the fender, replace the door, replace the bed. I know it's a lot of work, but it's a $2,500 truck, and it really does run very well. I don't see any major leaks or anything under it. The steering is tight. Needs some tires and cleaned up a little bit, but you know, maybe we'll get this. Maybe we will. Transmission fluid is bright pink, so someone's taking care of it. At least we hope so. Could mean the transmission's bad, but with 71,000 miles, that'd be hard to believe. I just found this beauty for 1,900 bucks. But you gotta watch out. Checking fluids is a necessity. That is chocolate milk. Again, blown head gasket. Take the cap off and look, you'll see water. Now, sometimes that can be normal, but it's important to check the oil. So this one's a no-go. I got plenty of parts for this at the house, right? That truck is looking better and better. Alright, so that's it for the auction walkthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, there's a few cars that I'm really interested in. The 08 Hyundai Elantra, I think, is a definite winner. The 09 Chevy Malibu looks like another winner. And then that 03 Chevy Silverado with 71,000 miles at IAA. I wonder if I already bought that. Maybe, maybe not. That's going to have to be another video, not this one. If you enjoyed this content, I know you guys love walking around Copart with me. Give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Be sure to comment below. Even if I can't respond to all of them, I absolutely will read them all. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Please do that now. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you in the next one.